Okay, I'm going to make a quick little dish which is actually really good, especially for you mothers with your kids ready for lunch. You know, they want something good. You as well. This is delicious and it's so simple to make. But it is actually really, really good. So you'll need a big frying pan like this. You're going to need these, which flour tortillas. Make sure they're flour tortillas. And the large burrito ones, and I get the super soft. I mean, these are what you really, really want. You want those super soft ones. Flour tortillas, the white ones like this. So there you go. Get those big ones. You know, these, I have really big hands, just so you know. So yeah, get a big one like that. Then once you get your, you can pick any other cheese you want. Once you tried this, you know, you can play around with Swiss or mozzarella provolone, whatever the hell you want to play with. That's your business. Cheddar, whatever. I'm just going with the yellow American singles. This is the easiest, quickest way to do it. So just Kraft singles, 24 slice pack like this I grabbed. Then, this is the main part. Hillshire Farms, the Little Smokies smoked sausage. And that's it right there. These are made with pork, turkey, and beef. So you get the Little Smokies, which are these little smoked sausages. They're not real big. Okay, and these are the ingredients you're going to need to make it. I got a big thing like this. It's whatever size you want to get of it. You can get the half size one or whatever if you're not going to make a lot. But I figure this is pretty good for what we're making. This is a 1.75 pound, 28 ounce, or 793 grams for my overseas friends. So that's almost 800 grams of them. And the flour tortillas here, I don't know how many are in here, an 8 count. Yeah, and that's 1 pound 4 ounces, or 567 grams, 20 ounce pack. Okay, and then of course the cheese is the yellow American single slices, the processed cheese pieces here. They're 3 ounce each slice. The total package is 450 grams, basically 16 ounces or a pound for you Americans of cheese. So that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up this tortilla. We're going to lay it flat. We're going to take these and we're going to throw them in this pan. No butter, no oil, no nothing. Just them. They'll make their own grease. Throw them in here, and we slice them. We slice these guys in half. That's the other thing. I'll show you prep here in a second. So you're going to slice them in half. Then you're going to put them in here and we're going to evenly cook them out. We're going to flip them, cook them. Then when we're done cooking them in here, we'll wipe it with a rag. That's all. And then we'll take this, we'll lay it out, we'll put the sausage in it on half of it. 3 slices of cheese through it, then fold it in half, take it over, throw it in here, and grill it in there. And man, these are delicious. So there you go, real simple. Okay, now real simple. You don't need any, special knives. Just get yourself a little paring knife or something. Slice the bag over and scissors, whatever you got. Pull out your little dogs. There you go. Little sausages. And then just take this sausage, and usually if it's flattened out like this, try to cut it this way. Because you really want that flat surface to be down on the pan when you start cooking them. And just go through them like that. You see? You have 2 halves and you can lay it flat on the pan. So then just take them over here and put them in the pan, like so. And just lay them out like that. And we'll do this with all of them. Like I say, go right in the middle like that. Just slice right through it. Yeah. See? That's me doing it held up, but so that's the idea. And we're going to do that. We're going to fill the pan with them. Okay, so there it is. I have, it's a little crazy, but I put a lot on here. I'm going to make a couple, but, so there you go. So you cut them in half. You can see you got the flat side right there. You just put that down like that, stick them on the thing, put them on the grill, or the burner, turn it to medium high. They'll make their own oil, so don't worry about that. And start cooking them. Okay, so now what I want you to do is to take your tortillas like this, just lay them out flat. And I put 2 out, and I'm gonna imaginary line them in half, and I'm going to put cheese on one side. And when the sausage is done cooking, we're going to add that on top of the cheese. Then we'll fold and we'll grill. But for right now, just take out your soft tortillas and just go throw them on something, get them ready, and put the cheese on. Okay, so you see how I do it. I put one big piece right here. It takes 3 pieces. I cut one in half. I put one over there, one over here. Then I take the third piece. I break strips just to make a line, and a couple little ones to cover any little spots there that don't have any cheese. And then I try to keep a little bit of space before the rim, because otherwise the cheese will pour out a lot more when you're grilling it. So that's the idea right there. And these are sizzling away, and as you can see, so they're going to cook nicely, and we'll put them in here in a second. So now I've let them cook on the one side for a while till they start smelling almost like they're burning, but they're not. They got a little bit of a smoky smell. As you see, a few of them, like that one right there, got a little bit of a dark spot on it. So that was more in the middle of the pan, so they started cooking really good. Then I just kind of shook them up, flipped them around, and now cook them a little bit more evenly on everything else. So now while they're cooking, I have my cheese on, and as you can see, I've spread it on both of them, and we're just waiting on these. Now, for you non-grease and fat lovers, what I want you to do is go get yourself a plate. Paper plate's fine. Just get some paper towels, about 3 good ones, like Brawny or something, and put them on that. And then we're going to transfer these, now that they're done, over to here so they can drain a little bit of that oil off. Okay, now we've transferred them over here, and we're going to let them sit for a minute or two. And then what I want to do with this is I have the pan. So what I want to do is take a paper towel like this, regular paper towel, fold it a couple times, or have a couple of them, and just kind of run it through the pan like this. And I don't want you to take all the grease out, but I just want you to wipe it a little bit. So then it's gonna take it down. Now I've turned the stove off when I did this, just before I took the sausage off. So now we have that like that. Now we're going to go on to preparing the bread. There, so now that we've let them sit for a little bit, I also want you to take the paper, kind of fold it over, press, fold it over the other side, press, just try to get as much of the oil off as you can. And don't worry if you overcook them just a little bit, like that one or whatever, you get a little darker on it, that's good, it'll bring out the flavor even more. So, then I want you to take these one by one, just kind of place them around on your thing here. And we're just going to line them all up on here. Alright. Now here you go. I've actually put a lot on this one, as you can see. You want to stay a little bit away from the edge again, like I said. You don't want to get too close to the edge. Give yourself about an inch, or a little less. But, right about there. So that'll give you the idea. I've actually put a lot on here. You can put a little less than this if you want. And then take this, fold it in half like this, and just press it. And then transfer this to the pan, and we're ready to start cooking it. Okay, so now that we've folded these in half, I want you to be very careful and transfer them over here to this pan. So, without dropping them, you want to be careful because you don't want the ingredients to fall around. So take them, you see how they're shaped kind of like the pan? If you have a big pan, you can put 2 of these in. So put it in like that, right in the middle, and just kind of shimmy it over if you have to get the underside of one side, and slide it into place. If you have a griddle, this is even better, or a flat stove, or a flat grill. So there you go. So basically what I've done is I put them in the pan like that. Now we have a little, ever so slight bit of that sausage gravy on there, so that'll work just fine. So we'll put this up. I'm doing it high real quick. I'm good at cooking high. You can cook medium. And all we want to do is brown each side of this, and once that cheese starts to melt, it'll get real nice and they'll stick, and then we can flip it a little easier. Okay? So, as you can see, now I'm letting them cook. Don't worry. They'll heat up quite a bit, and it'll start to melt that cheese inside. Then we'll take the spatula and we'll get it under it, and we'll flip it over real carefully not to disturb the insides again. We want them to stay kind of spread the way they are. And we put them in where the cheese was on the lower side, so it's closer to the heat with the sausage on top too. That way the cheese starts to melt first, and that'll work to hold the sausage in place and stick to the bread. And then we flip it, it'll have a nice, you know, couple brown area, a little brown area on the one side. We'll flip it, we can do the same on the other. And then we can pull it off the burner, and we can cut it up and slice it and hand it out. Finger food. So here we go. I've flipped it, as you can see. Careful, a little bit of cheese made it out here, so it's going to burn that a little bit. But other than that, you see what it's doing. It's got a nice, like, brown crust color on it. You don't want to get any darker than this. Like, this is the way you like it. This got a little dark, but that's fine. So we're heating the other side, and we're melting that cheese down in it, and heating the tortilla, cooking the tortilla right now. And yeah, so there we go. And this will be ready to eat. Oh yeah, this is going to taste really good. And you can always grab a little bit of the tortilla now that bread's, yeah, so we're ready. So there we go. I pulled them off. They cooked nicely. And now, like I said, I got them on a cutting board, and you can sit here and you can slice them and hand them out like finger food to the kids. I mean, you make 2 of these like I just did right now, and that's great for a couple, you know, 3 kids, I guess, maybe 4. I mean, yeah, because it would be about a half per kid. And you know, that's for a small kid, 4 or 5 years old. That's great for a nice little afternoon snack while playing at the pool with their mom, you know. Very easy, mothers. Just make sure you don't get the cheese on yourself. It'll stick to you and burn you really bad. And also make sure they cool down a bit before you give them to the kids. So set them aside for, you know, 3 or 4 minutes, let them cool, and then take them out to the kids. They'll love it. Also, for cutting these now, if you have a pizza slicer, like a rolling disc one like this, just laying around the house, around the kitchen, perfect for cutting these. And you can just go wink, 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 and it'll cut them really nice. This is ideal if you're going to cut these up. Otherwise, you can use this, you know, chef's knife or whatnot. But this is great for doing this. Alright, so here we go. So now, what I've done is I've taken a little bit of salsa. It's my Aunt Debbie. Yes, my aunt makes her own salsa. So she produced this salsa, and I'm going to put a little dab on each piece. You can use anything you want on top of it. You don't have to do it. You can even melt cheese over the top of that. I chose to put a little salsa on it. So here's the dish. So, now that we've finished cooking this, I've put it all together for you. Again, thank you for joining Wayne in Wayne's Kitchen, and I look forward to cooking more dishes for you in the future. This is just a quick little thing I made up for moms and everything to take care of their kids during the day for lunch, you know, dads too. And there's a lot of single fathers out there and stay-at-home dads nowadays. This is going to be simple and easy. It's delicious. Everybody loves it. Definitely go and try it. You don't have to put the sauce on it, like I said, but thank you, Aunt Debbie. The salsa was great. Yeah, so have fun. And remember, how's my saying go? You cooked, let them do the dishes. Yeah. So catch you guys next time. Thank you.